Knock knock. Anyone there? Knock knock. Knock knock knock. Hello and good day. Good day from your programmer's tiger. Yes, a tiger that can actually write code is kind of strange, I know. But it's what it is. It's what it is. It's pretty much what it is. Do 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 do. Okay. Hey. Are we ready? I think I'm ready. I'm just finishing a few things. Clicking here, clicking there. Pulling some levers. Pressing some buttons. I mean, the usual stuff. Okay, so yesterday we reached a good point and basically managed to create this kind of demo level or whatever it is. And this demo level is allowing us to have specific icon to the left and to the right of the crosshair, like this. Woo! And so basically you can switch, you can cycle between attacks. And now I don't know if I also want to have kind of a text next to the attack. I made it so that I mean, if you press continuously, it's not gonna do much, but if you wait to the completion of the thingy, I think that for now I will leave it like that. I wanted to have a bit of a alpha channel going on, right? But it seems that the alpha channel is interfering with the animation. Don't ask me why, but if I put an alpha channel on any of these things, it doesn't work. If you want, we can try again, but I tried already and it's not working. Even a very simple thing, right? So if I select, for example, this widget, right? And well, if I have the widget with a specific alpha, let's say 0.5, right? Then I think it kind of works, but because it's fixed. But you see that also in this case, it's flickering a bit. I don't know exactly why. It seems that it's reaching alpha 0.5 only when the animation finishes. I don't know. It's kind of strange. So it's not very good, I would say, but yeah, maybe we can do something like that. At least it's better than nothing. So it becomes 0.5 when it goes down. Now it doesn't really transition, but I think it's good. I think it's probably better this way than the other way. So should we even do less than that, like 0.4 or 0.3? I think like this probably is okay. I think something like that is fine. Okay, so I think we will consider it final. Now, we have a bit of fade in, fade out. I don't know really if we are using all of this. I don't think so. Are we using these ones? Fade in, fade out. Let me see. It's not very clear to me why. The position is not 0, 0. But fine. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. In theory, I would like, you know, the middle one to always be. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can do the same trick with the one above. If I do like 0.6 here, what happens? Oh, it's super confusing. Well, like this is more confusing, I think, but. I think like this is more confusing because you don't see the one that is coming, and the one that is coming is the important one because it's the one that you're going to select. So yes, I think only the one at the bottom should disappear, but the one in the middle. Do we want a text? Do we want to display the name of this thing or not? Because we could, we could have a small text on top of it, very small, that is just displaying the name. Because I'm not sure that you are gonna recognize. You are going to recognize, you know, all the symbols automatically. So if we have a small text, the difference is that hello Rizarone. Hi, thank you for the follow and welcome. We are working on a kind of a scroll box that we want to have in combat to allow the left hand and the right hand kind of selection of specific combat maneuvers, right? So that after you selected them, then you can actually click and execute them. And yes, I'm thinking if it makes sense to do it. By the way, we need to see what happens with only 2 symbols. Let me see what happens with 2 symbols. If I only place 2 symbols, I have no idea what happens. I never tried. In theory it should work the same, but I'm not sure. Yeah, you are, yeah. I think it's looking a bit weird with 2 symbols because it seems that it's the same one. I think with 2 symbols will be very nice if you could go up and down, up and down, up and down, but and what happens with 1 symbol? I think with 1 symbol will be the same symbol over and over. So you will basically have no choices, but I don't know if I really like it. I mean, I think 2 is still reasonable, but 1 one, you should not really switch to anything. So I think one should just be disabled. Yeah, my head is too big. I have a big head. Thank you. So if you only have one, in theory, it should not allow you to scroll, right? If you only have one symbol, let me see. Scroll. Fade in, fade out. Yeah, by the way, I think I'm not using this fade in and fade out animations anymore, so I think I can delete them, right? Yes. I don't know, I think we can create a variation for 2 symbols and 3 symbols. Scroll UI. Scroll UI, target, scroll. Scroll down, animation, initial setup. Yes. I think in this initial setup we should say, because it is inside the scroll UI, I think we need to do, well, initially, yeah, we set the thing, we calculate the icons. Set up scroll UI.
Won't be easy to track down, but we're close.
I think so. It is Animaze, yes, it is Animaze. It's this program here. Animaze, desktop, that is tracking my... Yeah. It's tracking my face. It is. So it's working kind of good. The only problem is that when I rotate my head like here to the right, you see that my head goes up, but at the moment I'm not moving up. It goes up by itself. So on the extremes, right extreme and left extreme, I think is not really working well, but overall it's working okay. I think I'm happy about it. Yeah, I was using face rig as well when Animaze didn't work. Well, I mean, it didn't exist, and then they converted it. But yes, I used the face rig for some time. I'm thinking if this initial setup, you know, we should do something special, because if the icons are only 1 or 2, I think if the icon is only 1, we should not really. We should not really do this, because these calculate icons. I mean, calculate icons is okay, but the setup, or we do it in the setup. But because every time we scroll, yeah, I think we can do it here actually. I think we can have a check, you know. We can have a check that says something like if. So let's take the length of this guy, and we can say that. So we can branch on this, and we can even switch on this. We can even switch. Well, 0 I think is not an option. I mean, if this is 0, we do nothing. I mean, let me try with 0, but with 0 I think will be kind of weird. It You should not do anything with 0. Let me see what happens if I have 0 images. Yeah, it's becoming all white. So I think that with 0, we should still consider the case where it's 0. If it's 0, basically the menu should not even appear, right? So if it's 0 icons, I think we can say that if it's 3 or more, let me do something. Let me create mode. Let me create a variable that is called scroll mode, and this one will be an integer. And scroll mode will depend on these things, okay? So basically, if we have 0 icons, no, I think we need to do, if this is greater than 3, if this is greater than 3, then scroll mode will be 3. If it's greater than 3, then scroll mode will be 3, because I want the maximum to be, you know, I want the maximum to be 3. If not, scroll mode will be equal to the length, right? And then we use scroll mode to... It is a bit of a mess, huh? I understand. So this one will be 3 or more, right? 3 or more. 3 or more will work like that, which is how it works now. Three or more, and there is an ops plugin that does a similar thing with 5 streams. Okay. See you. Bye bye. Okay, so if we are at 0, I think that what we should do, we should just set the alpha of all of this, or we should even hide completely the... Yeah, I think that we should hide the scroll UI completely. I think we can just say set visibility, you know, to collapse, so that this thing disappears. So with 0, yes, exactly, nothing happens, right? Nothing happens on the left because it's 0. With 1, I think that we want the visibility to be there, so definitely I just don't know if I have to do this setup, you know, every time I scroll, or only when I receive, or only in the initial setup. Good question. Yeah, probably would be better, because doing it every time we scroll seems to be a bit stupid, right? So probably it's better to do it when we do the initial setup. we have an initial setup that is sending us the textures, and so we could you know, we could do it here actually. We could do it. Wow. So it's done only once when we received the new textures, right? Which I think is a better idea. Yeah, I think it's a better idea. It's a better idea. So we enable the visibility or disable the visibility only once. So if it's 1, I think we can have our visibility. Yes, by the way, with 0, we are not even going to enable the setup scroll UI, right? We are not even going to enable the scroll. The scroll will do nothing. Play animation. Yeah, so if they... Exactly. So if they... Okay, this is good because it is simplifying a few things. I think it is simplifying a few things because we can have our scroll mode, you know, and switch on that. And when we can say, yes, if it's 0, don't do anything, right? And if it's 1 as well, right? So well, wait. Yes, we don't need to play the animation, but anyway, we want to show the menu. We want to show the menu because at the moment I'm doing the show of the menu here, which I don't know if is the best place actually. Fade in and fade out. You know that all of this is a bit stupid that I have it here. I think it would be much better if it's inside the scroll UI directly and called every time you scroll and not after that. Yeah, I think so. I think actually, you know, all of this can actually be and can depend on the scroll mode. So we do it only once. Okay, let me try. I don't know if it's correct, but let me try. So the idea is if it's 0 or 1, let's say if it's 0, really needs to do anything. So 0 is just defaults to do nothing, right? Because there are 0 icons, so we don't do anything when we scroll. If it's 1, I think the only thing we want to do, we want to show, yes, they yeah, we want to show the UI, start the timer, and fade it out after 1.5 seconds. Even if, I mean, it's a bit stupid because you only have one icon, so at least you see what kind of attack you have, but you don't have any special attack, so... Well, maybe you have one special attack. That's possible. That's possible. And then after this, we play the animation to scroll or not. If he's 1, no. In theory, if he's 1, we don't need to play the animation. So if scroll mode is 1, I think we should skip that. Yes, I think so. So there is a... Okay, so actually what I'm saying... Wait, what I'm saying is that this piece happens anyway. Except for 0. No, because I need to differentiate, you know. So this piece is done by 1, 2, and 3. Is only skipped if it's 0. So a switch is a bit useless here, actually. I can just say if this one equal to 0, right? So if the 1 is equal to 0, do nothing. Otherwise, oops. Otherwise, go there. Okay, we can do the switch here. After this happened, to play the animation, we can do a switch. And obviously it's impossible that we reach it with 0 because we blocked it before. So, but it is possible that we reach 1, 2, or 3. Right, 1, 2, or 3, and if this thing is 1, we want to play the animation. No, we don't want to play the animation. So in case it's 1, we don't do this animation. In cases 2 or more, I think 2, we could have an animation that bounces up and down. That would be nicer, I think. But I don't know how to do it. I think I can have a flip-flop. I think I can have a flip-flop with reverse, with play mode, you know, forward or reverse. Yeah, so I think I have to go 1 by 1, actually. So if this is equal to 1... If this is equal to 1, we can say don't animate. Okay. So if it's equal to 1, we don't animate. If it's equal to 2, if it's equal to 2, I think we ping pong. I don't know how to do it yet, but we will figure out in a second. And if it's equal to 3 or more, but you say 3 because we clamped it above, right? So if it's equal to 3, we do this, right? So this is basically 3 or more icons play full animation, right? Here will be 2 or more icons. So 2 or more icons. Can we have a flip-flop? Do you think the flip-flop will work? We can have a flip-flop and just say A, play animation, B, play animation reverse, something like that, right? So in theory this should move the, but we need it not to restore state though, eh? So restore state should not be there, because if we restore the state, I think we are in trouble. Okay, so So we can say two icons, flip-flop the animation. 3 or more, play the full animation. 1 icon, just show up and don't animate. And then after a certain number of seconds, we fade out, yes. Okay, I have no idea what this is gonna do. Let's see. So in theory now I just need to call scroll UI. I don't have to do anything else. Because the initialization of the 2 scroll bar, I do it here through this. Yes, exactly. So now the good news is that all of this becomes useless because it's inside the scroll bar. So yes. So I think that is nice, eh? I don't know if it works though. GG. I think because I didn't finish in the setup, I didn't finish this. Yes, exactly. I didn't finish this. So 3 or more. Scroll UI setup. Scroll UI setup. This is happening. Wait, I did a bit of a mess here. Initial setup. So if it's 0, it's completely collapsed. If it's 1, it's visible, but we don't want to calculate anything, right? We just want to show. One icon. Can calculate icons do the job, or because if I do this for 1, I think will not be very good. Setup scroll UI. Setup scroll UI. 3 or more, we do everything. Yes. 1. 1. Don't animate, but we don't say which one are visible, right? No, the visibility I think should be done here. I think the visibility should be done here. So if it's 0, everything is collapsed. If it's 1, it is visible, and I want only to have my first icon in the middle. The other 2 icons, I don't want them. So we can probably have a special because I will have to take what? I will have to take icon widget. So basically icon widget 0 will be collapsed, or anyway will be invisible. I will have only icon widget 2 that is actually visible. I will have only icon widget 2 visible. I can do it here if you want. I will have to take, basically I will have to say, we can make a function maybe. Let's make a function. Show only one icon. Okay, show only one icon, and then we will have like show only 2 icons, and then we will have show all icons. Right, I think we can have 3 functions, and so in this case, yeah, I think we can do it like this. Is the simplest. Do we want to do collapse? I think collapse is going to be a bit weird. I think I need to do a set opacity or something, because if I don't do this, the object will collapse, and so in our scroll box it will not take space and all the other icons will go up, you know? So we cannot really collapse the single icons, I think. So the icon number 2 is the only one that we want to show, right? The icon number 2 is the only one we want to show, and the icon number 3, it will be invisible as well. So this is the case of one icon. Now, in case of two icons, it's basically the same, with the difference that I need to have widget 1 and widget 2, which are visible, right? And widget 0 and widget 3, oops, I didn't connect it, which are actually invisible. Hello, Mauro. Hi. Good day. How are you? So we have two icons, and then we have all icons, and all icons basically is all visible, right? All visible. So we connect everything to this. With the only difference is that we said that we want to have the last one always at 0.5, right? Yes, so yes. So let's do this and have this one at 0.5, I think, or 0.4. How much was that? I think I've set it probably at 0.4 initially. 0.4, yes. Okay, so this one will be a 0.4. This will show all the icons. Okay, good. So these three functions now we need to use here, right? This one is the wall thing collapsed. This one is the thing visible. Is the thing visible by... Oh my god, this graph is becoming bigger and bigger every second. Okay, so that's it. So visible, visible, visible collapsed. Okay, fine. Now we need to call our show one icon, show two icons, show three or more. Right. So these are our functions, and then yeah, then I have a bit of an issue here, but I think we can still go through this. It will just assign the icons anyway, even if they will not be visible. So I think we can probably go through this anyway, right? And this one will not know, but it's actually not going to do much. So I think that now, you know, we have the trick of we have the trick because we have set it up before. So I think that this can probably now be always called. Always called? I have no idea. Let me try 1 second, eh? Okay, like this it works. Let me just see if the fade away works. Yes, the fade away works. Okay, so with 5 or whatever, it's fine. Let me try with 1. Let me try with 1. Okay, 1 is working. It's basically just showing you that icon for a second, just to know that you have that, but it's not really doing anything. It's just saying, hey, you have this only attack available. There is nothing else you can do with it. And with 2 icons, yeah, with 2 icons, I think it will fuck up at the moment because, oops. I think with 2 icons it will not work at the moment because, yeah, it will. Yeah, exactly. I think it's okay that it goes back and forth, but we need. So when we scroll, there is a bit of a special case that when we scroll 2 icons, we have to do something different. When we scroll 2 icons, flip and flop, yes. Flip and flop. Yeah, it should not bind to the end of the animation. This bind should not happen when you have only 2 icons. Yes, exactly. I would say bind only. What we can say bind only if scroll mode is 3 or more. So if this one is equal to 3 or more, then we bind. In this case, don't bind. So let's say change icons only if mode is greater than 3. Is greater or equal to 3. Or recalculate. Let's say recalculate icons only if mode is greater than 3. And here is do nothing. Or don't recalculate. Okay, so now in theory the number 2 may work. Yes. It's just swapping between 2, right? Up and down. I think it's okay. So I don't know if the flip-flop is... But I think I like the flip-flop because if you have 2, I don't want to have, you know... I don't want to have this thing scroll and you get confused of what is actually going on, right? I think it's better this way. Okay. And it fades away based on... Okay, nice. I think that's done. I think it's done. I think it's really done. I think it's really done. I think I can also delete this printout because now it's working perfectly. Well, perfectly, I don't know, but it's working. It's working. I think we did a good job. We did a good job on this one. Yesterday, I don't know if you I don't know if you were here yesterday, but yesterday we went like crazy on on the calculations and on it was really something. This is basically set visibility of widget or individual icons based on mode. Maybe in English you say based on mode set visibility. I don't know. I'm still amazed it's working because the math is fault. What do you mean it's perfect? Hello, Piak Nashane, and thank you for the help of yesterday in sorting out the impossible. The math. Look, I did something new today. I did. If you just arrived, I did a bit of a alpha on the one at the bottom, which I think is okay, and which cannot be combined with the animation. If you combine the animation so the sliding with the alpha, Unreal Engine is going crazy. So I tested it and it's just not working. And then I did now the possibility to have I simplified a bit the code. I mean, I cleaned up the code a bit. And when animation finishes, recalc all the icons. And then I did, a different mode for 0 icons, 1 icon, and 2 icons, right? So that we can now feed any number of any number. So if it's 0 icons, basically it's not even showing up. If it's only 1 icon, it's just showing the icon like that. And if you try to scroll, it's doing nothing, right? Which I think is nice. So you know that you have only that one, and if you have 2, it's doing kind of a flip-flop between the 2. So it's working actually in a different way. This is a different way. It's just the same animation that runs. I don't know what happens if you click a lot. Yeah, I think it's okay anyway. I think we should block the spam, because the spam, I mean, that change will actually go server side. No. We'll not go server side, no. This is only client side. This is actually only client side, so you can spam it as you want. Ah, you like that? I think it's cool, huh? I think it's cool. Okay, so now what do we need to do? I think now we are ready to integrate. Is there anything else we should do before integration? I was thinking about putting the name of the attack on top of the icon or at the bottom of the icon, but I'm not completely sure. Also because the problem is that in theory it should animate together with well, we could do a trick. We could do a trick. We could yeah, we could do a trick. The trick is the trick will be to put the text here, like in the middle, anchor middle, and display it only when the scroll finished for a few seconds, and then change it. Wait, let me see how it looks 1 second. Yeah, the text can even stay there. The text can even stay. I don't know if it's good though. I think it may be annoying. But I think it can help a lot, you know, because if you have a lot of icons and the icons are looking all the same, I mean, you don't freaking remember what is what. Alright, so maybe we can have that and we can change it based on... We can change it based on the... By the way, not bold. Yeah, something like that. We can make it optional. We can make it optional. I mean, it's making the things look a bit more heavy. Having some text. With the icons, with only with the icons is nicer. Right? Only with the icons is nicer. But I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that you will remember the icons? Attack with the shovel. So yeah, the idea is that you launch the egg in the air and then you hit it with a shovel. That's the best attack. Okay, for now it's okay. Let's leave it without the text. I think for now it's already pretty good. You like the text? I like the text as well, but we need to understand how to put it on based on the names and everything. Okay, how do we extract this thing into our game? How do we extract all of this into our game? Well, we basically have 3 pieces. We have the Crosshair Ui, which we already have in our game, so this one is actually not needed. The Crosshair Ui is doing basically nothing. He's doing the initial setup though, eh? He's doing the initial setup. And in our case, yes, we will have to do the same, but... Okay, we can migrate all 3, but this one we will not use, and also the icon widget. This one, in our case, it will be different, because it's based on an atlas. And is slightly different. But okay, let's migrate all 3 of them into our project. Right? Done. Done. Integration completed. No, you would like, huh? You would like. You would like. But it's not. This is just the beginning. But I think with the system now that we have, it should not be too hard. I mean, it will not be... Every time I lose the icons, every time there is a Dropbox update, I don't know if you know this thing, but you know that you see that there are no icons, no overlays on my...
And his work
has just
begun.
You know that... You know that... hello, Willa. You know that in Windows, right, you have overlay icons for the folders. The only problem is that it can only manage one overlay at a time, right? And every application is fighting for getting its own overlay on top, right? And so in particular here I have Dropbox that is updating and Tortoise SVN. So Dropbox is trying to get on top of Tortoise, and so they confuse themselves, and the result is that you see nothing. Or anyway, you would see Dropbox. But if you remove this and you restart Explorer, now I will see again my icons. I know it sounds a bit stupid, but that's what it is. That is the power of Windows. You see, now I see my overlay icons again, because Dropbox is not taking over. And every time there is an update of Dropbox, I have to do it again. But at least now you know how to do it. Okay, so we start our editor. The only problem we have to think about is if we want to have a default attack, or if when there is a default attack, you don't show anything. So for example, we have a staff, right? We have a staff. We have a staff, a magical staff, right? We have a magical staff. And this magical staff, which is beautiful as this, with a big diamond at the top. Yes, it is a diamond, right? This one has a special attack on the staff, right? And the special attack is something like, I don't know, Staff of Whisper, Attack of Whisper, I don't know, Attack of Staff of Whisper, I don't remember. But anyway, he has a special attack. Now the question is, considering that the item only has one special attack, but can also be used normally, right? The staff can also be used in a normal way. Do we want to have a default and attack of the Staff of Whisper? I think we have to. So if this staff has only one special attack, in our menu on the right, we will see two entries, right? We will see two entries like that. We will see default and Staff of Whispers, and you can choose it, because maybe you want to use the staff normally, you know, without. Maybe you want to use the staff normally without the special attack. So that's a bit of what I'm thinking, but I think the answer is yes. So we always need to put a default attack if the staff has one special attack. If it doesn't have a special attack, we add nothing, and so the result is no menu. Okay, let's see what we got. We got all this nice stuff that we will have probably to delete, but so the Crosshair UI, right, in our world is window Crosshair. Yes, is this window Crosshair. That is in our world, that's it. And as we said, let me open it up. We said that we have a canvas with an image in the middle and two scroll UI to the left and to the right. So we need to basically copy, you know, this thing in our Win UI. And there should be one to the left and one to the right. And they should be anchor center, right? Or not? I don't remember. Are these ones anchor center or they are anchor random? I think they are probably anchor center. No, I don't remember. I mean, this anchor center is always... It's always a mystery to me. Okay, so we have the two scroll. Maybe we call it scroll UI left and scroll UI right, which makes more sense. Okay. And by default, they are invisible. Right? Yeah, they are, by default, they are alpha 0. Default for magic attack and choose the normal one. Maybe. Depends on what is the magic attack, you know? Because if the magic attack, the special attack is transform me into a pig, you know, maybe it should not be the default. I mean, the special attack can be very special, so I think you should explicitly trigger it, not click it by mistake. Or maybe the special attack is, you know, destroy the whole universe. I think you should probably trigger it. But anyway, okay, so here we have the two scrolls. Now, our Crosshair UI is actually initialized with this. So we need an initial setup inside the scroll UI. Okay, and we need to have two sets of textures. We need to have two sets of textures, which is our array. So thanks to the development that we did the other day, now I don't remember anything about that, but we did. I don't remember anything, but we did all the ability. Let me just recap 1 second. Player goes in combat mode, we populate the widget with special attack. Exactly, so this is the point, right? This is the point. So when we go in combat mode, we populate the widget. So when we go in combat mode, we should call that initial setup. That's the point. Okay. So we need to create in our Win Crosshair a keep left or right hand. Ah, it's already here. It's already here. Okay. A keep left or right hand. Wait. On target. No, on target is something else. A keep left or right hand. Player controller gets special attack. Use right hand. Branch. Perfect. So this one is already selecting all the special attacks that we have available. Yes. So this is the skill ability. And we have an icon on it. And we have an icon on it. So, well, the icon is actually text. We will have to translate that text, but that's something that we can do. So, the question is, do we collect these ones into an array and then we pass it to our thingy, or probably even more simpler, because you know, I just need an array of name and texture. This is what I need. I need an array of name. Wait a second, I need an array of what? I need an array. I mean, the name I need it because I will have then to execute that ability when you click. Okay, so the name I need it. I would prefer to have the icon already there, but I can also set it up when I do the initial setup. Yeah, I think it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. So I think I can take this. I can take this structure. I think I can have an array of this structure. I can have an array of skill ability. And then we manage no. That's not very nice. No, it will be better because then when we do all the setup of the icons, I don't want to reconstruct the texture every time we scroll. I want to have the texture constructed up front, right? So but we can keep two arrays. We can keep an array of skill ability, and we can keep an array of icons, right? Yeah, and they are in sync anyway because they are in the same. Okay, we can do that. So inside of this, if I take if I add some local variables, okay, and these local variables will be special abilities. Let me call it temp because anyway this is a temporary variable. Temp special ability, and it is of type skill ability. And then I will have to take I don't remember what, but when we do the setup, let me just see. Oh my god. Initial setup. Slot item. Are we gonna use lot item or are we gonna use something else? I think we're gonna use WD button maybe. Should we use WD button? Should we use WD button? Because WD button can already be set up. So WD button. Sorry, I need to understand which data structure we're gonna use in our game to do the same, you know, and it's not the same thing. Atlas, material, tooltip, text mode, optional text, black background. Yes, exactly. We need to use this, and we need to initialize it like this. Yes. I think a WD button, even if it can be clicked, but it's impossible that you can click it in that way. So I think we can have an array of WD buttons, and what we need to fill in, we need to fill in Atlas position, X and Y. Fuck it. So I need set up button by icon name. Okay. Well, this is okay. You know what? Maybe it is overkill. I mean, maybe it is too much for what we really need, because it is a kind of a smart button that can act as a maybe we need something way simpler. We need we basically only need this part, which is the setup of the material on an image icon. Yeah, probably. I can probably do it like this. Because everything else, the tooltip, the black background, the default materials, is a lot of stuff that we don't really use. And I mean, in this case, we don't really use, right? So probably this would be enough. For our purpose, and we can keep it just with images. Yeah, I think so. I think it's a better idea, and this also helps me because it means that I don't have to change the objects that are inside Scroll UI, right? I don't have to change that, which is anyway an advantage, because I can keep them like this. I can keep them images. Otherwise, I would have to change them to our WD button, and so I need to redo the code, change all the calls, and it's a mess. I can leave it like that. I think it's simpler. The only point is that the initial setup will be a bit different, because the initial setup we don't get image textures, right? We get icon names. We get icon names, or we get wait, or we get skill ability. Yeah, we have the skill icon. No, we will get an icon name. We will get a skill icon. So we will have a string. So the entry point of this. The entry point of this will be different. The entry point will be initial setup by icon name. So this one will take an array of icon names. We'll take an array of strings actually as an input. This is what we can pass to this guy. And after that, we can do the same check on length. We can do the same check on scroll mode. We can do the same check here. We can do the same here. The difference will be inside calculate icons. But will be also inside setup scroll UI. Yes, where we do this, where we do the setup brush from texture. Because here I will have to do is there a better way to avoid, because basically here I will have to do this, you know. So I will have to recreate a material every time I scroll. It's a bit annoying. I think I would like to get this material and save it. Yes, I want to save this material. I want to save this material and set dynamic instance, set material parameter. This material parameter is on the dynamic instance. This is on the dynamic instance. It is on the dynamic instance. So in theory I can save these materials into the array. So this array will become an array of this thing, of dynamic, of material instance dynamic. And I will set them up all at the beginning. Yes, I think I need to do that. Absolutely. So yeah, okay. So basically for each of these guys, right, so I need a for each, you know, for each of the strings that are coming in, and I will create another array that then we will swap with these image textures. So this will be image materials, right? And this will be material dynamic, material instance dynamic, and will be an array, right? And now we need, the weapon can have 2 or more abilities. Yes, the weapon can have 2 or more. Well, it's not that the weapon has more abilities. I mean, there is a mix, okay? So the weapon can have abilities, but you can also have abilities to use that particular weapon. So you can do a side slash with every sword. No matter which sword, you have the talent, okay? So you have the ability and you can use it with any sword. So what we are loading all the talents that you can execute with that particular weapon. Plus the weapon can have its own special abilities. I don't know, to burn or something. So yes, we do the sum of the two, I think. I don't know if we do actually, but anyway, but we I mean, for the talent it works. So what I need to do, I need to basically go through the same thing that parapam parapam parapam. We have to go through the same thing that we do here, right? So we get the I don't understand what is this get icon material. Get icon material. Get data table row. Ah, yes, because it goes into the... Ah, yes. We should do the same. Exactly the same. Get material instance by path. Get material instance by path. Set local material instance. Set local X and local Y. Okay, so we are just getting the material and the icons, yes. And then with the material, we do what I did. Yes. Yeah, so we need we actually need this. We actually need this because all our materials are expressed are inside the data table. I mean, it's a bit long to explain, but we keep them all in the data table. And we just, from the server side, we just pass in an ID, so like 22, and he knows exactly what is it, okay, on the client side. So it is to minimize the exchange of information between server and client. So we say 22, and he knows which icon in which atlas, you know, to apply. So in this case, we will receive like an array of IDs only. So it goes into item data icons, is getting the material instance by path, which is actually this guy, and then is creating the dynamic material, is setting the parameters, which are these two, this and this, right? And then is setting this parameter, and then this is the material, okay, right? So this is the material. So, and this material should go one by one into our array. Right? Assuming that we should clear the array. We should clear the array. Add unique? No, I don't think so. I mean, depending how it's sending it to us. So it can also be the same material. If we don't have enough icons, it may be the same one. Okay, so this will add it to the array. Now, yes. Now that we have that material, you know, we should use. So this is going to populate, but we need to clean it up. Huh? We need to clean it up at the beginning. Otherwise it's GG. So clear all children or something like that. Yeah, clear. Okay, so we clear it. And then we, okay. So now, when we do the, after we do this, we can go here, right? So this is actually the continuation of this. And yes, there is the continuation of this. right? And this at this point we can delete. I mean, I'm a bit scared to delete it, but fine. Because we are gonna use our image material now instead of, yeah, this will not go in, instead of our image texture, right? So everything else should work identically. I just need to change all the variables here to be well, at this point I can just point to scroll UI. Why I'm setting it again is already on my, I think I'm doing something stupid here. Why I'm setting this here considering there is a local variable? Why I'm passing it here is the same UI. Am I stupid or what? Probably because this one was separate before. Yes, it was separate. So this one is not needed anymore. We just take our image materials and we need to get, this one will not work. We need to get yes, we will need to get this, get that. The conversion is not super easy, the conversion, because we are using different, unfortunately, we are using a different object, so a different type. So the conversion is not that easy. Okay, so now here what I need to do, I need to take this image and I need to do this. I need to do set brush from material, right? So all these set brush from textures I can actually delete and they will become set brush from material. Yeah, this thing is quite some work. I mean, this change is not easy, but so image texture can go to hell. Image texture just went to hell right now. Do you think it will still work after this? I don't know. Okay. So now it should be identical to what it was before, with the difference that now is using image materials instead of image textures, right? And image material is the variable that we have declared. Here. This pin is not needed anymore. Okay, so let me just analyze the thing. So what we do here, we basically search the right icon. So search the right icon based on name. Okay, so this is what we do in this piece. We just search the name of the icon. We search the icon based on the name. That is what we do, and should be easy enough. Here we set up the material and the coordinate for this particular icon, and we put it into our array, which is image materials. Then we what is this mass? This mass is current index greater than 3, scroll mode. Ah, yes, this one is determining the scroll mode. Determines the scroll mode, which is basically 1 icon, 2 icons, 3 or more icons. Okay, so this is the scroll mode. So depending on the scroll mode, we act differently, and this is what it's doing in this piece. And hello, Goose 12FR. Well, in theory, I don't know. Did you follow? I don't know. I mean, it didn't show up on screen. Maybe I didn't see it. Okay, anyway, thank you for, if you follow, thank you for the follow. And welcome to the channel. If anyone has any questions anyway, please ask. I'm streaming also to interact a bit with you. So if you want to, you know, if you want to ask any questions or stuff, you can. Now, this one should work identically. There is no difference in this piece. There is no difference in this piece because we already fixed it. There is no difference in this piece. So all of that should be identical in theory. All of this should be identical. This part also absolutely identical, no differences. This part identical, no differences. Okay. Okay, so now in theory we can delete. Can we delete this? Let me see. Find references. Ah. Okay, so we just need to change it here because here we are getting the length. Yes, wow, that is the function that is doing all the mess. I should connect it at the bottom, huh? At the bottom. Well, you know what I can do? I can do this so I don't mess up. Okay. Okay. Now, all these printouts, I think, are completely useless. Do we want to keep them? Maybe we can keep them for now, but actually, they are. I mean, we could delete all these printouts, right? They are pretty much useless. Okay, and then we return this thing. Okay. Nice. Nice. Fine. So can we delete textures now? Yes, we can. So we can delete textures. So we converted the scroll UI to work with our materials, right? So now scroll UI is able to work with our new materials. The only problem is that we need to call this function, initial setup by icon and name. And so similarly to what, yeah, you see? Similarly to what this was doing, when we so here we build our array. Okay, here we build our array, and we can we can... the problem is that we need the name as well. So the problem is that our Crosshair needs to know. Our Crosshair needs to know. Our Crosshair. So we need... so what do? We keep 2 arrays, temp special ability left, temp special ability right, into our Crosshair. I think we have to, huh? Because this is coming from player controller, so... I think we need to keep a temp special ability left, which is actually an array, and a temp special ability right, which is another array, because we will then have to take from it the name to actually execute the ability, something that the image in our scroll box doesn't know, right? So these two... and I would say whenever we receive this, we should also clean up, right, the corresponding... because we are reinitializing it from scratch, right? So if it's right hand, we are going to clear all the abilities on the right. If it's the left hand, we are going to clear all the abilities on the left. And yes, and okay, so it's just clearing up the 2 thingies. And then based if it's left or right, see, we can have another branch here. If it's left or right, we are going to add to the right array, right? So we are gonna say add or add unique. Well, anyway, it will be unique anyway. I don't think we can fuck up on the uniqueness. And we are going to add this skill ability here. Okay, so this one is the skill ability that we want to add. Okay. Okay. So basically we are saving 2 arrays for left and right hand inside our Crosshair window. Okay, in addition, when the loop is completed, right, when the loop is completed, we are going to call initialize from blah blah blah, right? Initialize. What? We're going to call again, if it's left or right. We still need to understand if it's left or right. I think it would probably be better if I would call 2 separate functions. Because there is so many branch a million times. But the good part is that I can reuse this code. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what is the best. But anyway. So when this is completed, so we are here, and we added all the elements, right, to our to our array, then if it's the right end, we are gonna use right, this one, and we are gonna call initialize setup by icon name, and we are gonna pass, we need to create these two arrays as well, by the way, because this one we don't have. Can we pass in the array that we have? I think we can pass in the array that we have. And then just take the name element. Yeah, why not? So we don't keep it twice. So we don't keep it twice, yes. I think it's probably better. And anyway, that variable, we already have it in memory, so I don't think it's an issue. I don't think it's slower or in any way, or... So the only difference is that here we will have one of the parameters, right? So we have to break this, and one of the parameters will be the name, which is the skill icon. The skill icon, yes, the skill icon. So that would be the only difference, but it's basically the same thing. Okay. So we can now, so if this is true, we can just pass in our right abilities to the right panel and pass in the left abilities to the left panel. Right? Or left. Okay. Okay. So having done that, maybe we can put a small comment here and say populate the scroll thingies with abilities. Okay, so here we populate the scroll with abilities, and here what we do? Well, here we just create the array of all the special abilities, and yeah, okay, anyway. Okay, I think it's good. I think it's good. Do you think it should work already, or did I miss anything? I have no idea. Let me see. I received the data. I parse the data. I create my two array by hand, right? Then I... Wait a second, I feel a bit stupid now. Why we even do this? Ah, yes, because we need to check if for each special attack we need to find it. Yeah, I understand. Okay. So basically this block is filter special attacks by the ones the player can actually use, okay? Because the weapon may have more, you know? The weapon may have more than the one that you can actually use, okay? So that's why we do this loop, okay? Because we do this check here with special attacks that are on the player, because otherwise we could have just used this array coming in, right? But obviously we should not. Okay, so we do that, we arrive here, and we, at this point, we populate the right or the left end. We populate the right or the left end. We're doing this initial setup. Yes, doing this initial setup. I take this, I get the data row, material, setup for icon, determine the scroll mode, and all of that. Okay. Okay. Now, at the moment, we are not adding the default mode, right? We are not. Let me just see what I'm missing on. So this one we did. Because, yeah, so this one we did. So it's not needed anymore here. And this one, yes, this one is the one we miss. We miss to call the actual scroll when I'm pressing on Q or I'm pressing on E. Yes. Ooh, yeah. 1 second. 1 second, I will be with you again. Okay, I just went to eat one biscuit. Do you want to know which biscuit I'm eating? Okay. I'm eating ritornelli. This one. Exactly this guy is the one that I'm eating now. Yeah, pretty good. Okay. But now, obviously, I'm thirsty. After 1 second, I'm thirsty already. Okay. All right. Okay, so now we need to call. So now we need to call the scroll bar. The scroll. I mean, we need to call the scroll when we press Q or E. At the moment, we don't have these two keys configured. Look like they don't travel to France. No? Maybe you have a different type, but Mulino Bianco ritornelli. They don't have ritornelli in France. You can buy it maybe on Amazon and get them shipped to you. Okay, so how do we do this? How do we do this? In theory, my friends, we need to configure 2 new keys, because people may also decide to change them. People may decide to use, I don't know, Z or C or whatever. In French keyboards, it may be different. So, but maybe let's do one step at a time, okay? Let's do one step at a time. For now, let's just say Q and E. And then we will configure it, because to configure it, I have to do this. Look, I have to go in project setting under input, and I will have to add 2 new actions. For example, yes, Q is already assigned to open overlay menu. What is it? Open overlay menu. What is this thing? Do we even use it? Do we even use it? Yeah, it seems that we use it. Switch overlay states. But it is a thing of ALS. No, we don't care. We don't use that at all. I don't know. I don't know even why they are here. They should not be here. This stuff should not be here. Open overlay menu. No, I'm gonna delete it. Should not be there. Okay, so we need to add a new one. There is also this one, cycle overlay up, cycle overlay down. What is this? I think that is still ALS stuff. Yes. It is still ALS stuff that we can absolutely remove. Okay. I have to be a bit careful on changing this, but okay. Action mapping plus we will call it left. No, we'll call it special attack left and special attack right. Okay. Oh fuck! The E is the interaction. No. Yeah, okay, we will use it. Ah man, in combat mode you will not be able to interact. Yeah, because E is interaction mode. Fuck. Yeah. So yeah, when you press E, we will check if you are in combat mode. If you are in combat mode, we will trigger the scroll. Okay. GG. GG. We have Mulino Bianco biscuit in Russia, but not ritornelli. Ritornelli you don't have. Well, we have some special one because we are in Italy, you know, and so they are adapting the taste to the country like any company does. So they don't have the same products everywhere because it depends a bit on the... Maybe in Russia you have stuff that I don't have of Mulino Bianco. Maybe there are some... There is some stuff that I don't have, that don't exist here. But it's very hard to search in Russian. Russia supermarket online. Okmarket.ru. Okay, I think I'm coming there. Ah, beautiful. Always fresh. How do I search that? Online shop. Ah, perfect. Search Mulino Bianco. What? I have no idea what this means. Yeah. You have Galletti. You have Galletti. Galletti we have as well. Galletti we have. You have Pan di Stelle, which is very, very nice. And you have it as well. I like it. I like these ones. You have, and that's it. And this shop they don't have more than this, unfortunately. Ozone.ru. Mulino bianco. But I don't know, maybe you say mulino bianco in Russian, I don't know. Ah, cuor di mela we have, pan di stelle, tarallucci, galletti. Cuor di mela, tarallucci, galletti, pan di stelle, cuor di mela, tarallucci. They're pretty much the same ones, eh? I mean, you have like 4 or 5 types. You are missing abbracci, which are very, very good. And macine. No, abbracci you don't have. You are missing abbracci, macine, nascondini. You are missing a lot of stuff. You are missing a lot of stuff, but I mean, maybe you don't like, I don't know. You are missing, look how many we have. We have a million types. We have cuoricini, baiocchi. This one you have. Ritornelli, campagnole, spicchi, abbracci, chicche. Look, like 20 types. Pannocchie, macine, molinetti. Look, there are like 10 types more. No, 10 no, but 5 or 6 types more at least. Because they are, you know, they are local. They are local, so they are here. They can ship very easy. They are trying to train you to eat the same stuff so that they can ship more quantity of the same stuff. And so it's a bit easier considering the distance. I think that's the point. Okay. So what do we need to do? We need to basically call that function and check if we are in combat mode, because you know that I'm a bit should we do it this way? Yeah, we should do it this way. Yeah, we should do it this way. So basically, but I don't know if I should do interact. So if we have 2 keys, right, that are pointing to the same if we have 2 keys that are pointing to the same value, at least by default, right, which is E, should I put here my input action as well or not? No, I should not, because each one should do his own thing. And then if they point, but if they point to the same one, do you think that they will both be activated? I have no idea. What is this? Okay, but basically we have our special attack left and our special attack right. Okay. And these two should check if yeah, I don't know if they are pointing to the same. What will happen? Do you think the interaction will try to trigger anyway? Because if the interaction tries to trigger anyway, it's a bit annoying. I think if you are in combat mode, interaction should do nothing. You cannot open doors in combat mode, can you? Well, in theory you can. The problem is that you will not be able to scroll Let me try 1 second in the other project to see if I assign 2 keys to the same thing, what happens, because I don't know exactly what happens. If only the first one wins, or... Let me try in our scrollbox project. I'm going to reopen it again. And I want to see... So if I define 2 keys in project settings, right? In project setting, input, I say action mapping, I say special attack left, or let's say scroll left and scroll right. And for whatever reason, I assign spacebar. Okay, I assign spacebar to scroll left. Okay, and scroll right can be E, no problem. What is the E? E. Okay. So if now I go in my player control, in my player character, and I say instead of Q and E, I say scroll left and scroll right. Why scroll right is not here? What? Because I called it wrong. I called it with one scroll right. Okay, so if I do scroll left, if I remove this and I do scroll left, scroll right, and now the jump is equal to scroll left, do you think my character is gonna jump and scroll? Yes, he's jumping and scrolling. So it's basically calling them both. Okay, it's calling them both. Okay, I think probably that's the easiest solution that they could have, so that it doesn't... Okay. So you call them both. You call them both. So in our case, if I have E set up as my scroll key, you will also call the interaction, which for now is fine. Well, if he's an NPC though, if he's an NPC, it's a bit of a mess, because he's going to try to talk to the NPC. Yeah. Yeah, this E is a bit of an issue. It is an issue. But anyway, so what we need to do, we need to get our crosshair, right? And we need to set it. Now, how do we get a reference to our win crosshair? Because unfortunately, I think that we never set it. We never set it as a... Yeah, we never set it. Fuck. When do I create win crosshair? I have no idea. Get win crosshair, get win crosshair, get win crosshair, get win crosshair. I think I can just get it from W container, and W container. Yeah. I have a direct reference to W container. So okay. We can get it like this. Nice. So when is released, we will call we would call what? We will call scroll Yes, we will call scroll right hand or left hand. At the moment we don't have it. So in our win crosshair we need to add a new function, right? Which is called scroll. Why I don't have, I don't know. Which is called scroll, and it's taking the, and it has one parameter which is right hand, and it's branching here, and yeah. Scroll left, scroll right. Nothing else than this. Very easy. Pom, 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 pom. What is happening? Why the music is so tense? Okay. Okay, so we can see what happens. I don't know, in theory, it should do something. In theory, it should do something. Basically, whenever I scroll, that UI should pop up and should show me what... Okay, let's just try it. It's too long to follow. I mean, it's so much code, and it's impossible for me to follow properly. Just test it and see. I love the look of my avatar. You can change it if you want. Under extension, yes, the link that is above, that Hula pasted, you can also improve it even more if you want. There is you, huh? That is you. It's kind of a strange guy. He has a... He has an axe and a green... Yeah, but I like it. Let's move some people. Let's move some people up. I don't know why people are always walking at the bottom and not walking at the top. Let's move some random people above. Okay. I think the server is up. So what I'm expecting is that first, considering I have my sword, the sword in my hand, I should get 3 attacks. Okay, so I should take 3. I should have 3 potential attacks available. And the important point is that those attacks are actually loaded. Here we have the first problem. That the crosshair should be hidden by default. But anyway... Okay, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening if I press my thingy. Okay, nothing, absolutely nothing is happening. Okay, nothing is happening. So let's go step by step. Okay, so it's not working. Fine. It's not working. we need to understand first if this one is getting called, but I assume it is. Let me just try to move my hand, my weapon on the left hand for a second and try to do it again. No, seems it's not making any freaking difference. Okay. So something is broken. Okay, let's add some printout. Okay. So this will be scroll right hand, and this will be scroll left hand. In terms of receiving the yes, the other thing we need to do, we need to check if we have the talents in our window. Combat, yes, but we have these 3 talents. So I was expecting these 3 talents to be actually displayed for the sword. That is what I was expecting, but it didn't work. Now I want to see when we are loading, yes, when we are calling this, right? When we are calling this, we are printing out this is right hand, right? And I want to see if we received this is right hand, but I think we do because we tested it already. This was working, but let's check it again. So let's check again in our I cannot find it like that. Okay, GG. Easy. Is right hand, right? Yes, you see that his right hand is coming through, and actually we have side slash, lunge, and beat attack. So these 3 are actually found and printed out. So I assume that this worked, right? And I added the skill here. And then when it is completed, I went here and I did the initial setup, right? I assume that this probably worked. Should have worked. Should have worked. Now we set the opacity to 0. Yes, we set the opacity to 0 for these 2 panels. And as soon as I am clicking on scroll, so the initial setup, I don't know if this initial setup worked, but we can see if we get any, if we can see if we get any error. I don't see any error here, so it seems that this part went smooth. Image materials, clear, yes. Icon names, yes. Image material add, yes. We need to see if these icons are actually set properly. I have no idea. I have no idea if we have an icon. Maybe we can have a default icon if the icon is not found. Because if the icon is not found, we are basically not gonna do any of this. If the icon is not found, you will not see anything, I think. But in theory, the icon should be set because we are speaking about skill abilities, right? And skill abilities have... yes, but the one of the weapons... they are missing, huh? Rank. Ah, I should use rank icon and not skill icon. Rank icon. Which one did I use? No, I use skill icon. No. It should be rank icon. Rank icon. Okay, rank icon I think is a bit better. I still have a problem with visibility though, because that thing didn't show up. Let me see 1 second what happens when I go in combat mode, because I want to see combat mode. Input. I need an input combat mode. Set combat mode, input action combat mode. When we go in combat mode, we do W container, win crosshair, visibility. Okay, so we enable or disable win crosshair, the wall widget. Okay, good. So I need to be sure that actually this widget, you know, is, which by the way looks a bit too small here, I don't know. Do you think it will resize, or I have to resize it myself? Because actually in our case that thing is no more that small, huh? Canvas panel. Canvas panel. Why I see canvas panel only as big as this? Is it because they are invisible? I don't think so. It seems that canvas panel is... I mean, these two things are inside canvas panel. So why canvas panel is only as big as this? Hello. Hi. Hello, Mirkanzi. Hey. Thank you for the follow and welcome. We are trying to fix few things in our UI. No, because I don't know if the canvas is that small. My fear is that, you know, this thing will not really work as expected. Because they will not be visible. I don't set the anchor on the anchor. No, I don't set the anchor on this one because the canvas panel, you see that it doesn't have the anchor because here is the top element, and when is the top element is not getting an anchor because it doesn't know what to anchor to because it's not. But anyway, it works in our other example, so I think it should work in this example as well, right? I mean, I can make it bigger here. I mean, just to be sure that what we see is... I mean, that the scroll is actually visible, because otherwise, if the scroll is not visible... Okay, let's see if we get the right elements anyway, and if we get here the proper icon names, and if we get now the right icon. Maybe here we can print something. If it's not found, we can say icon for skill not found. And we can print, wait, append, we can print icon for skill not found, and we can print the the rank ID, okay? So just to be sure that we are not exiting here, because if we exit here, the problem is that if we exit here, it's a bit of a mess because nothing happens. Yeah, I think that was our problem. Because if the icon is missing... okay, let me be sure that in W container, this thing is collapsed by default, okay? Wait, still have the server running. Okay, so we saved everything, huh? No problem, Morango. Any help is anyway nice to have, you know, or any comment or a suggestion. It's okay. We are learning here, trying to understand how to do things. So. I think we are learning forever. Okay. Just waiting a bit that the server goes up. And... by the way, yesterday we had like 100 people that joined the stream. Like unique viewers, you know. There is statistics that says unique viewers, which is good. It means that people are checking out what we do. Then maybe they leave, but they check what we do, you know. It's working. It is working. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So the idea is that I am in combat, you know, and so at the moment we are not triggering the ability yet, but the idea is that I am in combat and I... oh fuck, what happened? Did I press... okay, I don't know what did I press. Did I press... I don't know. You are in combat, you are choosing the ability to use, right? You are choosing the ability to use with your left hand. And actually you have the 3 that are enabled on your character. Yes, 1, 2, and 3. Now, if I change my weapon and I put it on the right hand, right? Now, if I click Q... it was not cleared up properly, but that should have been empty. The left should have been completely empty. The right, yes, and now it moves to the right. I don't know why it didn't clear up the... it kind of cleaned it up, but not correctly. You see, there is like white thing. And if I put a staff, this staff, for example, is 1 power, right? But this stuff is is two-handed. Stuff is two-handed. That's the problem. We need to check why it's not clearing up the... we have some light effects in the sewers. There's always been... like different colored lights in the sewers. I'm going to change into nightclub. Me, no, but you can. You can easy. I mean, if you want, you can do it. You can change it into a nightclub, easy. Okay, let's try to fix the cleanup. At least it's working, which is very nice. We just need to fix the Let me try to put the X, for example, on the left. Yes, the X has nothing at the moment because I don't have... Under X, you see, I don't have any specific capabilities. I have some capabilities with shield. Do I have a shield? Let me see. If I put shield... If I put shield, it seems it didn't work. Assuming that this shield is one of the shield I can use for that. But it may not have the icons though. I think this problem of the icons may be a problem. Modulo by 0. Modulo by 0. Modulo by 0. Yeah, we are not cleaning up the array properly. Like when we receive strange though, because I remove so modulo by 0 means that in our scroll UI image material, because you see I clear image materials here, right? And then I go through this. And then oh my god. Okay, that's the mistake. This should be done when it's completed, not at every loop. Now it was doing this at every loop. You should do it only when completed. So that was a bit of a mess. What a mess! Okay, let me see if now works better. I was expecting the wand to have... I was expecting the wand, but probably the wand doesn't have an icon. That's the problem. The wand does not have an icon. Should we put it? I think we should put a default icon if we don't have an icon, because skipping completely the thing I don't think is a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea because it will happen so often at the beginning because we will not make all the icons, and so I think we need a default. A default icon for a special attack. I don't know, maybe it's just the sword. I think we have one icon for yeah, it would be nice to make it by type of object, but that I don't think I can do. Maybe we just take one with a sword or something. Like this word? That looks like an attack of some kind. Let's see if we have this one. Weapons, because in theory we need to give him the ID. Weapons. So if I do weapons, yes. So that weapon should be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it should be a 7-0. Should be a 7-0. Obviously it's not defined. Fuck. We never used that icon. Well, you know what? We can force it. Because here we are passing the values manually, so seven zero weapon atlas. So we can say default icon or something. We can say set default icon. So we get that one, and we send and we will add it to the image materials. Yes. Now the sequence is extremely important though, because we are obviously going to match the IDs with the position in the array. Yeah? So if the position in the array is wrong, it will be a problem. Okay. Okay, let's try like this. Gonger has a problem to join the Lang server. You mean the legacy? Let me check. So maybe the server crashed. That's possible. In theory, it should automatically restart, but you never know. Let me see if he's alive or not. Seems to be alive. Maybe he's not accepting connections. Okay, let me do this test and then we will check it, okay? The server seems to be up, but okay, these two weapons have nothing, so it's correct that they don't give anything. Let me try the staff. Okay, now it's giving the default. You see, it's giving the default icon, which is nice. And let me try this on the left. Nothing, correct. On the right. Correct. Okay, seems to be working actually. Seems to be working fine, boys. Maybe let's try to get some skill on both ends. Mace and hammer. Do I have a mace? I don't know if I have a mace. Let me see if I can spawn a mace or something. Item mace. Okay, I have this thing. Okay, let me see if now I get the mace. No. I didn't get anything for this. No. This mace is not doing what we want him to do. Let me check why. Do we get anything? Do we get anything? No. It seems that that weapon doesn't have any special attacks. So probably I need another hammer, but I don't know exactly which hammer. Let me try this hammer. No. It seems that hammer is not working. Sword are working, but let me try knives and daggers. Knife and daggers has a lot of stuff. I just don't have the skill. Why they're all disabled? I think there is a problem with... But anyway, I think now I should have it. Do I have a dagger? Do I have a dagger that is actually a dagger? Because the problem is... The problem is having a dagger which is actually in the right category. But if I do item knife, I think it should, or dagger. I think there is a basic dagger like this. Yes, there is. Okay. Uh-oh. What happened? Fuck. Sometimes the debug mode is getting in, like now. Okay. Yes, you see that I have it? Ah, but the sequence is wrong. No. No, the sequence, no, please. Everything but not the sequence. It's not scrolling right. Why is not scrolling right? Oh my god. We didn't test it with more than 5? No, don't tell me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we tested it with 5. You see that it's not scrolling correctly? I don't know why, but... on the left it works. On the left? No, on the right is fucked. What is the difference? What is the difference between left and right? They are exactly the same weapon. Why the right one is not scrolling properly? Does it happen also with the sword or? Yes, it happens also with the sword. What? He started now to do it though. Was not doing it before. I think it kind of started now. Okay, let me try production 1 second so we see if we have an issue. 18. I can restart it in case. I can restart production if something is wrong. Production server, yes. Production server. No, it's working, Ulla. It works for me. Legacy or maybe they are speaking legacy. I don't know, guys. When you have an issue, you need to tell me what you are speaking about. If it's legacy or Unreal. If it's legacy. If it's legacy. Yeah, it's legacy, okay. I understand. Yeah, legacy went crazy. Legacy went crazy completely. Legacy went like very, very crazy. Okay, I restarted it, okay? I restarted Legacy. They were speaking about PS Launcher and they were speaking about PS Launcher showing the server up. I don't know what you mean, Lang server showing up in PS Launcher. Okay, so yeah, I restarted it. So I don't know why the left hand got confused. Let me try again. Let me try again. It seems that maybe we're not cleaning up some... sorry, the right hand actually. The right hand was not scrolling right. The problem is that the two scrolls are absolutely identical. It's the same component, just instantiated twice, so... I don't know why it should not work. Now it works. So probably there is a situation in which the array is not filled in properly or something happens. Maybe let me try Dagger again. Yes, Dagger is fucking up things, you see. Dagger managed to fuck up the list. On the left is okay. Yeah, on the right, for some reason, he managed to... And now the left is wrong. It seems that when you switch weapon... We are still printing out the... We are still printing out the sequence, right? 1021 0210 1021 2012. No, actually, the numbers are correct. No, I'm thinking if we are doing this initialization of how many icons there are at the beginning, and that is not called again the second time. Here when we are determining the scroll mode, right? Initial setup by icon name. It would be best if this one would be a function then. Ouch. Probably this was not a good idea. Probably I cannot do it because I have some delays or stuff. Yeah, or other events. I don't know if this happens because we get a wrong mode setup. Even if, yeah, we have 3 or more. So actually the mode should be identical. But it seems that it happens when I'm switching between... 4 and 5. You see, now it's fucked up. And this is fucked up as well. And this is fucked up. Now everything is fucked up. Now everything is fucked up. I'm waiting the prints to go away. One zero two one. 2102. So why we are printing out? Why we are printing out 5 things when we scroll? Don't understand. The bind again. The bind. We fucked up the bind again. I think we fucked up the bind again. Did we? No, because I have the completed here. Now the bind in theory is done only once. Ah, but wait. If I change, if I change, yes. No. This bind must be done only once, for the full control. Yes, in fact, I think we moved the bind to on initialize. Originally it was on initialize. No? Yeah, but the problem is this bind. We are scrolling more than once. So we are scrolling more than once. How do I check if there is already a bind and I don't do it again? Because actually moving the, I want to do this only when we are in mode greater than 3 and bind to animation finished. Bind to animation finished. So I need to bind only if there is not already another bind. Unreal bind only if not already. I need to thank you. Great documentation. Avoid multiple bind. No one has this problem? I don't understand. Why no one has this problem? Bind to animation. Is there a bind if something? Because actually I could move this, you know, to... But the problem is that in my case... Or we unbind all. Yeah, we can also unbind. Ah, that's probably the solution. I can unbind all from animation finished at the beginning when I do the initialization. So here, when I do the initialization, I unbind all functions and then I bind again only when needed. Because if I go back to like one icon mode, right, I don't want to bind anything. So, yeah. Okay. So let's unbind all from animation finished. Unbind from animation finished. Do I need to point to this guy? Oh my god. Or I can say unbind all and that's it. I don't know what is the difference. Unbind. I think it's just clearing the whole set of delegates. Unbind all from animation finished. I hope he's not fucking up something else. So we do an unbind, okay, we do an unbind. We do an unbind all and see what happens. Because I think it's binding it multiple times and so is executing the scroll multiple times as a consequence of that. Okay. Okay, boys. Let's see what it does. Let me do a save all just because. Did we test the stuff? Yes, we test the stuff. Huh? Is there unbind all event? Yeah, there is unbind all events. Now the good thing of this method is that if you have an item that has no special attacks, then that widget will be super simple because it will not even be loaded. I mean, sorry, the widget will be loaded, but all the scrolling mechanisms and stuff, you know, will not. So I don't know why the shield is not working. I think because it's working probably only with certain type of shields. Only with certain type of shields, or because the shield is not considered a weapon by default. But in theory, when I put on the shield, because we have, you know, maybe we don't have it defined in here. We don't have the ability. No, but if we don't have the ability, it will not show up. Wait. No, we must have the ability. Shield pinning. Okay, like this one, right? Shield pinning. Skill ID, blah, blah, blah. No, he also has the icon. So you seem to have for shields. Attack ID 43. Attack ID. Yeah, it exists, so now the image name is wrong, but he has a prerequisite on the stance, but this should not make any difference. So attack type 8, attack type 8, warhammering. It works only with a warhammer probably. What? No, wait a second. I'm reading something wrong. Shield slam, right? Shield slam. Number 7, not number 8. Number 7. 7. Shield mastery is working with weapon type 11. And weapon type 11 is... shield. So every item that has shield in his item type, in theory, should work, right? So if I go here and I say where item type equal to shield, right? Holy shit. Nah, wrong database. Wrong database. Okay, all these ones are shield, which is basically all the... yeah, which is basically all the shields, including the buckler, which is the one that I was using. So this we need to check, because there may be an error in the logic on how we select the weapons There could be an error in how we select the weapons, actually. That green without shaders. So yeah, if I put this buckler, for example, on my left hand, right? In theory, my client well, I don't get anything. I don't get any abilities when I keep my shield. Okay, we're gonna check that. We're gonna check that. We're gonna check that. Let me just see if now, if I keep the dagger, we are not messing up again. Okay, now it seems it's working. Okay, perfect. It's not messing up any. So it was the unbind. It was the bind unbind that was getting bound 2 times. So let's try to understand this buckler thingy, because in theory this item should be I mean, we can double check if this item is really the item that we think it is, but I think it is. So his item stat is 4036. Yes, 4036. So it's this guy, and this guy has item type shield. So in theory should be selected when we, let me try to have it one hand, the other hand. No, it's not doing any difference. It's not doing any freaking difference. Okay. So the buckler is not working. Do you think it will work with a bow? In theory it's the same. Do I have a bow? No, I don't have a bow. Okay. Because in theory it's the same. Let me get a bow. Crossbow is a bow. Crossbow is a bow. Well, that's a bit of a... But anyway. Let me try crossbow. That is a bow. It's a bit weird, I know, but... no. Also for crossbow, it seems that is not doing... So longbow, let me try longbow. I don't know why sometimes he fucks up with the no. Also with the bow we don't see the extra special attacks. But in theory the bow has the special attacks. At the moment I don't have range skill though, wait. Set skill. Okay, so now I should have also ranged skill. I think I need to re-equip it probably. Ah, yes, it's working with the bow. Yes, it is. I don't know why only 2. Why only 2? And maybe because these one are passive. Maybe because we are only allowing the active usage of active attack types, obviously. So everything that is passive Precise shot. No, actually they are all active. They are all attack types. Also for the bow. 47, 46, 47, 48. 46, 46, no, 45, 46, 47, 48. Yeah, we have that. There are some requirements here which I don't understand exactly if they may impact the... But basically, the point is that that is not working. That is not working, and we don't get the talents for the bow. Well, we don't get all the talents. We get some talents, which is kind of weird. We get some. Yeah, like for example for the bow here we get precise shot and incendiary arrows, but we don't get anything else. We get only 31 and 35. Why we get only 31 and 35? We get only 31 and 35. Like we get the first and the last. We get the first and the last in the sequence. It's kind of strange. Precise shot and incendiary arrow. Precise shot. Apart from the name is different. Oh no, is here. Incendiary arrow. But I don't think that this prerequisite is actually red. I think that this prerequisite is only when you are trying to execute it. I think it's only when you are trying to execute the attack that is going to check for the prerequisite, not now. So in theory they should work. So basically the sword works, the knives and daggers work, the hammer. Yeah, the hammer doesn't work because mace was the right one, and this one don't show up. Okay, I think we can go in debug mode and check, because at the moment is the server not sending that information. It's not a problem of the UI that we built. It's not a problem of anything else. It's just purely the server that is not sending us that data. So what we could do is I think we did this already, right? So we had we had a breakpoint inside PS item where we were reading exactly here. So we could change these breakpoints, you know, to this conditional breakpoint to stop on, for example, on mace. So 544, and to stop on the shield, because the shield also was weird. But there is a bug for sure. There is some bug that let's check the buckler. That is the one that I was using. So 4036. Okay, let's launch it like this and see when we are load, because this is happening when we load the database at the beginning, when we are reading all the items, understanding what they are, what are the characteristics, and all of that. Okay, so we stopped on the first one, and the first one was 544. So I think it was what? It was the hammer, eh? It was the hammer. The mace, yes, the mace. So we need to understand why this is actually not returning anything. Yes, and in fact is returning null. So it means that by this UID we are not okay. Let me see why. Let me see why. Yeah, because if this is empty. No, sorry. These are special attacks. Specifically on that weapon, so this one will fail for sure. Is this one, because it's based on weapon type. It's based on weapon type, and in fact we have a weapon type which is called hammer. Yes, hammer. And so this one, yes, it will go in, and here, actually it is extracting infantry as extracting infantry as a special attack type. So it seems that he understands that our mace, yeah, he extracted this. He extracted this thing. Weapon type infantry. But is infantry correct? 1, 3, 4, 5, 11. 1, 3. 1, 3. No. 1, 3, 4, 5. But it is something else. This is because a weapon can fit in multiple categories. Okay. Because you see our hammer, which is number 4, right, is actually fitting into this 4, you see 4, and into this 4. I was expecting this to be single, but it's not. Oh my god. Okay, so basically this function may return actually may return multiple attack types, and for all of them we need to do the check. Yes, so now infantry is blocking us because infantry comes first and is blocking all the others. Interesting. So we need to check. So we need to do what? We need to go by weapon ID, right? Because here we are basically coming out with the first one that we find. Yes. Exactly. Well, in theory, we should build a list. So this one should return an array. But in theory, it's the same here. Get attack type by weapon ID. In theory, is it the same? Is it the same here? Like, can Staff of Heat have 2 powers in this list? At the moment it does not, right? But in theory it could. In theory it could, because I can have Staff of Heat refer to this weapon ID, and then I can have another line, because here I'm inside attack types, right? So yeah, in theory they can be multiple. The only problem of this one is that if it's multiple, then what the hell do I search? Because attacks is pointing to... Because attacks is pointing to attack type, right? So it's only one attack type. Wait a second. No. I mean, my weapon is... I mean, my attack is pointing to one attack type. Is pointing to one attack type. No, but then I don't understand. Wait. If I start from the weapon, wait. I have a problem here. If I start from the weapon and I go to weapon type, and this one I know. I mean, this weapon can only be one weapon type. Right? Yes, this is 1-to-1. The problem is from here to here, because from here to here, one weapon type, yes, one weapon type can be referenced by multiple attack types. Yeah, that's the fuck up. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem, because weapon type can be referenced by multiple. Hey, okay, then I do it only here. I do it only here because in this case I don't have weapon type in the middle, and so in this case it doesn't happen. But in the case on the right, it does happen. So yeah, so I think I need to make multiple only this. So this can be a T array of that, and this means that we will have T array results equal to whatever, eh? And then we go through this, and when we find a guy, we just say results add of that guy, and then we return results, whatever it is. Right now, I have to change the signature of this. Weapon by get attack type by weapon ID. No, by weapon type. Yes. Okay. So now, the change is very easy. I mean, at the end, the change is easy. Change is very easy. So this one we return, not anymore this, right? But we return an array of this, a T array of this, and this will be special attack types, I guess, and we check if attack types is greater than, I mean, we can just for, we need to for loop anyway, so we need to for loop into this anyway, and so I think we will have to for twice, because we need to for into, so this one, let's call it J, otherwise we are in trouble. So the point is that we will have one special attack type, yes, one special attack type, which will be my special attack types of I, and the rest should be identical, no? Special attack type, get ability by get skill ability, because here with this get skill ability we are moving from here to here and here, right? So get skill ability by attack type, yeah, so we have this double jump. Okay, let's try like this. I don't know if it was the same problem with the shield, but for sure for the Warhammer, I mean for the hammer we have that problem, because it's an infantry item. And an infantry item is going under another set of combat maneuvers. I think the system anyway, I mean if I look at it, is pretty flexible. I like it. I think I like what we did. I mean, when I look at those tables, yeah, it's true, there are a lot of tables, right? There is weapon types, attack type, but at the end, it gives a lot of flexibility. So I think the original design was anyway okay, was anyway good. One failed? What do you mean? Uh-oh. Mistakes were made. It's all separate lines. Sorry, I got distracted 1 second by something else going on. Okay, let's launch it again and see. Now we should get 2 sets of abilities for the weapons, which are actually shared between infantry and hammer. And then I want to check the shield. Maybe the shield had the same issue. That's possible. Okay. Perfect. We get 2. Yes, we get 2 sets. We get the infantry and we get the war hammering. Okay, very nice. So now we go through all the special abilities and we add all of them. Let me just go at the end and see what we get. And actually we got 5 ability. We got 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. 16, 17, 19, 19, and 20. I think those look like all the infantry ones though. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, yeah, we got all the ones from the... Okay, so now this one is working at least. Let me see if we get the same problem with the shield. So this one is a shield. Weapon type shield, yes. Yes, it was the same problem. Because it was under infantry as well. Okay, so that's good. So the shield should be working as well. Now, why the bow? Maybe there was a similar problem with the bow. Okay, let's restart normally. I think this is a good fix. Let's restart normally and see if now the shield and the hammer have the proper abilities. Dum, 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 dum. Dun, 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 dun. We just need to wait the server to start up because we are using the production data, and the production data is kind of heavy. It is kind of heavy, boys. I will have to go kind of, you know, in like 20 minutes or so, 15 minutes. But it's funny when you receive emails from YouTube saying that you are live, you know? I mean, I know I am live, so why you tell me? Now live on your channel. Maybe because people have multiple content creators and maybe. Okay, let me try with... So here we are with the bow. With the bow seems we get absolutely nothing now. Okay, that was not expected. Let me see. Let me try again. Is it just initialization problem? No, with the bow we really get nothing now. Okay, I think we were getting two. Probably because I didn't. Because I don't have the skill. Okay. Yeah, because I don't have the skill. That's why. Okay. We only get two. We will have to investigate why we get two with the bow, but the bow is a bit of a special one, so I'm less concerned about it. Let me see with a shield. Okay. Uh-oh. We have an issue. And with the hammer. This hammer is not getting anything. Mace? Yeah, mace, yes. With mace we get two. And I think two is correct, because actually we have, you see that mace and hammer we only have these two. If I improve my skill, I think we have a problem with the shield though, huh? If I increase mace and hammer to, I don't know, 100, right? Let's say maybe to 70, so we get like one more or two more. We got two more, so we have, in theory we have four now. I don't know what is going on sometimes with the... Okay. No, I always get two. Why I only get two? That is strange. This is strange. I only get two of them. Like, if my skill is not okay. I should have three. By the way, this UI is not updating based on the skill for some reason. Okay. And shield is fucking up. Uh-oh. Do we have a problem again with the unbind? Uh-oh. We broke it. What the fuck? Why I have icons from the other set? Now it's okay. I don't know, sometimes there is kind of a sequence, you know? where you can fuck up the... Let me see if we are still printing out... Why this one don't go away? Let me see if we are still printing out multiple... No, we're printing out only one. No, we are printing out multiple. So we are still binding, so the unbind didn't work. It's still a problem of binding. Yeah, it is. Because when I scroll... What the fuck? How is it possible that I have a mix? That's... wait, maybe that's possible though. Because the dagger is probably fitting in multiple categories. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. For how we defined it, that's correct. I don't know if you want it, but the dagger, you know, the dagger is number 2. And now number 2 is fitting into assassination and wasp. I don't know what is wasp, but assassination and wasp. Attack type 14. No, but the previous one should be... Are we clearing out the... Wait, let me just check one thing, because I think I messed up one thing. Are we clearing out both arrays or not? I think we are not clearing out the other array. I think we are not clearing out the temp. We have a temp right hand, a temp left hand array. I think we are not clearing them out properly. There is no other reason why we see the double. So when we create our temp ability left, yes, exactly. This temp ability left and temp ability right, right? And we are, actually we are clearing them up. Actually, we are clearing them up, so... I'm trying to understand how this can fuck up, you know? It may fuck up if I'm calling... It may fuck up if I am calling this continuously. Right, like I'm pressing on Q multiple times before the job is finished. But fuck, I have no idea. I have no idea how it's possible that that is actually showing icons from the other thing, you know. Let me see. Is right hand false. Okay, so we got lethal takedown, furtive strike, slit the throat, backstabbing blow, coup de grace, side slash, lunge, and beat attack. So yes, actually, is the server sending us all that shit. Yeah, we are receiving. So I think because the dagger is probably a weapon that is also counting as a sword. I think the dagger is probably also counting as a sword. Or anyway, as a slashing weapon. And so... single-handed sword. 129. Yes, we are getting this. Yeah. You see these two? You see these two? 2 and 2? He's getting both sets. The dagger is getting both sets. So it actually is correct. The problem is that for some reason... So it's correct that we see... It's correct that we see with the dagger, you know, all these items. It's actually correct. The problem is that for some reason we fucked up the on this side is right at the moment. Let me try to spam it 1 second and see if I can fuck it up. No. So the one on the right is correct. The one on the left seems that he has a wrong mapping. One, 2, 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. So actually it is correct. It is correct. But it's the visualization that is wrong. Fuck. Okay, guys, I need to go, but I think we did a good progress. So we managed to basically create, to import the system into our game and connect it with our rules, and it seems that it's working like 90% of the time. Now we have a bit of a problem. Sometimes the scroller is getting confused. I have to understand why. It's probably just, you know, probably a case where we default out, and it's probably just a case where we default out and we don't... I think I see the error already. They should not be greater than 3. They should be equal or greater than 3. I think we found the bug, boys. I think we found the bug already. Because... I think that here, if the number is exactly 3, we will go... No. No, because if it's exactly 3, it will anyway set it as equal to the number 3. So it will go in with 3. No, it's okay. No, it's okay. No, it's not here. But there must be another problem somewhere, you know, that is defaulting. Is defaulting like this maybe, and is destroying the list. For example, here we don't bind to the animation. Yeah, but it's correct actually. Okay, I will think about it. I will think about it and try to fix it, but pretty much we imported it into our game, which is nice. There is just this small bug left, but so just to go back to our plan, just to see what we did, you know. So we did this, and we did this. So all these ones are actually done now. This one and this one. Now, because we built the UI, you know, they can't do that. Now, the only thing that we are missing is, apart from that bug we need to fix, but okay, is to actually activate the currently selected attack when you left click or right click, right? So when you are in combat, yeah, when you mouse click, because now that you have them selected, now if you left click or right click, you should enable the talent that you selected. So I think it's very good. I think that's easy, by the way. We should just read the current one, the current index, you know, from the left or right, and I think we should get it. Are we resetting the current index? Yes, we are. Okay, I don't know what is the problem. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. If you want to click on follow on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube, that would be good. Also, it's free and you will help us because we are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And also, if you want to do a bit more and test the game, we have a Patreon, which is patreon.com/planeshift, where you can access the alpha of the game. And you can get some videos and other stuff that I'm posting from time to time. So you should do that if you want. If not, don't worry. And we will see each other tomorrow evening, okay? Tomorrow evening around 9:30 European time. See you! Bye-bye. Have a good night, guys. Enjoy.